Hi, I'm AJ Marks.
And I'm Megan Solaginto.
And you're listening to American Idiots Abroad. Lucky you.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to cut that out.
Welcome, one and all, to American Idiots Abroad.
On this podcast, we discover what makes us uniquely American by analyzing the differences and similarities between the U.S. and the U.K. with a British or British-adjacent guest each episode.
Yeah, so as I said before, I'm AJ, and you're going to want to remember that name because I, in fact, will be speaking later on this podcast. So stay tuned for that.
Ooh, fun fact.
I was born in a wee little village of Boston, Massachusetts. Ever heard of it?
Oh, more fun facts.
And plot twist, I no longer live there. England is my new home, bruv. Did you change it to bruv?
I did change it to
bruv. Oh my God. Why did you fucking change it?
So I could hear you say bruv.
That really tickled me. Goodness, bro.
I got so disappointed when I just saw bruv. I was like, did I write that?
No, I wrote it.
Oh my God.
So I first moved from San Jose, California, which is in Silicon Valley, California. And then I moved to Orange County, California. And I said, I've done a lot of California. Let's go somewhere else. So I went super somewhere else, which was Liverpool, England in 2014. And now I live in the land of Manx, which is otherwise known as Manchester.
I love how I'm always like, I go from point A to point B. And Megan's like, here's a laundry list of all the places I've explored.
It's just so people have context of like, you know, who I am, you know.
Nah, I think they know by now.
What this little gal's about.
But it's good. It's good. It's good. You remind them. You don't let them forget.
No, never forget.
So today's guests are two of our very good friends, Bronnie and Chris.
Woo!
Say hello to our listeners and just let us know where you're from.
Ooh, hello.
Bonjour, everyone.
Especially because you two have very wildly different accents.
Yeah.
The listeners are going to need to be able to distinguish you guys from each other. So introduce yourselves.
Just the accent would be what would give that away.
Yes.
Not the tone of voice, nothing like that.
No.
So we've had you on the podcast before, but just to remind any listeners that might forget, where are you two from so that we can identify these accents?
We haven't had Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just me.
Welcome, Chris.
Oh, it's great to be here, guys. Thank you for having me.
The man, the mythful, the legend. I have to say the joke.
The Mitchell.
Very good.
So wait, sorry. Where are you from, Bronnie?
So I am from Liverpool, UK. I'm also half Welsh. Not many people know that.
Oh.
There's a bit of sheep in me. Bleh. So yeah, that is my accent.
Sheep in you.
You just
Bit of sheep in me. Meow.
Meow.
Meow, motherfuckers.
Chris's face is red.
I'll see you guys later. No, I'm from sunny Brighton, down south, approximately 270 miles away from where Bronnie grew up.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like listeners are going to think that you're actually from a place called Sunny Brighton.
Yo, it's sunny Brighton.
Is that actually what they call it?
I've only spent like 12 hours in Brighton once, but it is like the closest I've seen in Britain to like a California beach town.
Totally.
It really felt like Santa Cruz or like something like that. It genuinely, I was like, what? They even have a fucking
the pier.
Loving Hut here? What the hell?
Oh my gosh. You're home away from home.
Yeah, they have Loving Hut. I
A
know.
loving hut.
What's a loving hut?
Sounds a bit sexual.
So it can be if you'd like it. But Loving Hut is usually just a noodle place. Well, it's not just noodles.
That's where I want to make love.
In a noodle shack.
That's the hut in which I'd like to make love.
That's where I was made.
I believe it.
It's Asian food, but it's vegan. But it's really good. It's like the OG, like, it's not like, oh, I'm trying to be cool vegan. It's like, this is just vegan food.
All right. Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Very cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
No, I love going to Brighton. I toured there once. I played a gig there, and everyone had like their own identity. Like you walk down the street and everyone had like crazy hair. Everyone was like their own fashion statement, and I was like, this place is so cool.
I love the phrase, I love going to Brighton, and then followed up with, I went once.
I love it.
But I feel like that's actually the case in a lot of cities in Britain, is that like in Liverpool, I feel like a lot of people are really distinct looking. Like you can see people just like
Totally.
not really caring about what someone else is wearing and just wearing their own thing. And it might be like outrageous, but nobody even stares at them. Like That's what I love about Liverpool is you can just be your own person and like it's whatever.
Totally. It's such a good music city as well.
Yes. And it's kind of the same in Manchester as well. I've noticed like I haven't been out that much because COVID.
Yeah, I forgot COVID is a thing. Yeah.
From what I've noticed, it's like kind of the same vibe. So I think that might just be like a young city living person's like thing.
Just a small town girl.
Big town, big city girl.
Hell yeah.
So, Chris, you don't actually still live in Brighton, do you?
I live in not so sunny Stoke, which is all right. I don't mind it. Like, people are really nice. There's one thing I have to say about it.
Can you do a Stoke accent impression yet?
Not really.
Stoke. I can't do it either.
Yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't it.
The Stoke accent is somewhere between like, I almost said Australian, like Birmingham and Manchester, because obviously it's slap bang in the middle of those two. So it is.
Geography.
It's like a weird mix between that, and I can't really do the accent because of that, because I feel like I either go incredibly Brummy or like really Manchester.
They do like to use the word duck.
Yeah.
Hey up, duck.
So you know, in like regional areas, people say like "Hey up, kid."
Yes, we talked about this last episode actually.
Yeah, hell
Yes.
Yeah. So like regional phrases that stick on. Stokes is duck, "Hey up, duck," which is horrible.
With that U sound as well. Duck.
Duck.
Yeah.
Duck.
Duck. Kind of thing.
Duck.
Yeah.
How you doing, Duck?
Duck raps.
Love a bit of duck.
So you two are a part of the band Bronnie. Bronnie, tell me how you came up with that name.
Well, I was born and I got a name and
You shortened the name.
then I got a nickname and then
Yeah.
I just thought, well, all the good names are taken, so
There you go.
I'm just gonna be me.
Hashtag be me.
Hashtag.
So, Chris, you drum for the podcast, for the band, and Bronnie is the lead singer.
I can if you want me to. But yes.
Really quickly, for our listeners, we're going on our season break after this episode. So this is our season finale, season 2, season dos.
I wouldn't say season break.
This is so cool how we're on the season finale.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we saved the best for last.
Oh, Queens.
Queens. Exactly.
So we are on the last episode of season 2, and it's a two-parter, guys.
Double trouble.
2 parts.
I love twins.
We're having twins.
What? Oh
Yeah.
my God, we're having twins.
So this is our season finale, but we will be back.
You know, you better soak it all in.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to hear from us for a while unless you listen to our other podcasts, which you should.
So today's episode is inspired by a comedian, in quotes. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know if I want to say inspired by. That kind of sounds generous. I would say in retaliation.
In retaliation, yes.
Yeah, to a certain comedian.
Yes. So there's a very rather famous.
Famous, also generous.
Yeah. He is famous.
No, sorry. I'm just being an asshole today.
We love it though. Show your asshole. Ooh, actually.
Nah, subscribe to my OnlyFans and then you'll get my asshole, but
Get your bum out.
none for free.
Check out the show notes for AJ's link to his OnlyFans. Actually, we could link the video, an example of this in the show notes. But the comedian is Michael McIntyre. This dude is very popular.
Comedian, also generous. Sorry.
We are shading him hard. No, but he's very popular amongst different groups of people in this country, and he has one sketch that I've seen really make the rounds, and he's done it a number of times, like on stage, on like late night talk shows, on different programs and stuff.
As comedians do.
And so like, you know that this is one of his like popular bits, you know?
Yeah.
It's about how literal American English is and how literal Americans have made English just generally.
Because Brits will buy into that. Brits fucking love to be like, oh, you fucking ruined our language.
So as you might have noticed through this podcast so far, because we're kind of like siblings, we're like long lost siblings, Britain and America, we have a banter.
So the topic for today is, we won't say inspired by, but in retaliation to Michael McIntyre. He likes to say that Americans have ruined the English language by making everything literal.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
We will entertain that for a little bit.
We're going to debate. We're going to have a hot debate this episode.
I like this.
We'll get our dukes out. We'll fight to the death.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go.
This is the moment.
Oh yeah.
Let's start off with the British ones where they make it way more literal than it needs to be.
Let's start off with the US one, actually, because it makes more sense to start with the US one.
Can I make a comment about what you just said there was the UK make it way more literal. The UK didn't, like, you made it sound out like we changed it. We didn't change shit. You took our language. You're like 400 years old. We've been around for time. We've been around for a minute.
Since before Christ. One of my ancestors was born in 1308 and she said that this is the original language.
All right, okay. Let's move on.
That's true.
Let's carry on.
I forgot about that. You're right. Good point.
So to humor Michael McIntyre, we will start with the US words that are rather literal. We're not happy about it.
Neither are we.
We call it a stovetop.
What?
What do you call it?
It's a hob.
Yeah, the hob.
It's a hob.
But why?
Yeah, what is a hob?
What is a hob? What's the origin story?
When you think about it, it's a really weird.
Well, I think hob is actually not like the literal.
Sounds like Old English.
Yeah. But
Put
like,
on the hob.
I think it's from something else. That, like, don't quote me on anything I say.
You're just on a podcast to spread lies.
I believe that hob is a shortened term for something.
The Hobbit.
Yeah. But I just don't want to get called out for fake news. But it was never just hob. It was something else, and then it got shortened to hob.
I feel like posh people would say stove, but they would never say stovetop.
Stovetop. We would call it maybe a stove.
Yeah.
We could say stove too.
Yeah.
So I have the origin of hob.
Pulled
Go
up
on.
the receipts.
So the etymology dictionary tells me that hob, a noun, comes from 1670s side of fireplace, alteration of hub, Hubbe, which is from 1510s, of unknown origin, perhaps somehow related to the first element in hobnail. And a hobnail is a short, thick nail with a large head. So
So you can see
So it originated from England.
Agreed.
Stovetop is so literal.
we would say stove usually, but stovetop, yeah.
But I feel like the English and the American language, ours, you can like trace it back to something. Yours is like, we put the stove on the top, so it's a stove top. You know what I mean?
Oh, just you wait until we get into the UK literal ones.
Just you wait.
That's fine. No, I'm down because I'm here to be like, yeah, that is ridiculous. But to me, calling it stovetop is ridiculous.
I think it's fun either way. I think hob is cute and British, and stovetop is like,
I think all of these are fun. I think all of these are fun.
Yeah, they're all fun.
it's like, I don't know. I don't understand how you can get mad at stovetop. It just is what it is, you know?
It's just cute. Okay, so what we call a sponge bath, y'all call a blanket bath. Right?
I've never heard that in my life.
Is that like Michael Jackson's kids taking
Wait,
a
have
bath?
you never heard
Blankets taking a bath.
Michael
I've
Jackson's kids' bath. Blanket bath?
Blanket bath?
No! Who takes a blanket into a bath?
See, that's the British one, though. That's the British one.
No!
Wait, who told you? Who told you that?
I'm going to look it up now.
You have
I
a bath.
can't remember now.
So
You have a
we
bath.
just have a bath.
Yeah, look it up.
It's
look
just
it
a
up.
bath. Who has a sponge bath?
Basically, you kind of have two baths. So one is without bubbles, and it's just
Oh,
like,
yeah, a bubble
and then you have a bubble
Yeah, a
bath,
bubble
and that
bath.
is like
Yeah, that's...
that's an
I mean, we say
upgrade.
that too. That's pretty literal. So we can shake hands on that one.
A blanket bath,
Yeah,
bath, plural blanket baths from Britain. An all-over wash given to a person who is confined to bed or bedridden.
Right, hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, in hospital.
A blanket bath is if you're washing someone.
Yes!
Oh, yeah, onto.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, a sponge bath would be like if you're washing an old person or a baby or something. Yeah.
Yes. No, I'm onto that. Well, that's because we don't really have, like, in our bathrooms, we don't really use, like, sponges. We would have flannels.
Yeah, well, we don't really use blankets.
We don't use blankets in our baths.
Snuggle up in the
It's
bath.
not a black... I'd call it like a flannel bath.
A flannel bath. That's also fun.
A flannel bath. A flannel bath.
Maybe that's probably what I would call it. I would also just call it a wash, actually, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Let's get you scrubbed up.
That takes us to the next one, which is washcloth versus flannel.
Yes.
Flannel.
Washcloth, very literal. I will accept that.
Washcloth is very literal. And I can totally see why it's called a washcloth.
Thank you.
But why is it called a flannel?
I don't know.
Because isn't a flannel like a material or like...
Yes,
Well,
it is.
flannel is kind of like the checkered shirt.
Yeah,
I feel like you've
exactly.
just cracked it there. Megan, I feel like you've absolutely cracked it. Isn't flannel a material? Maybe the first ones were made out of flannel.
And the material's called flannel.
Can we mute their mics? I'm just kidding. Flannel can be traced back to the 17th century Wales, where farmers wore flannel shirts to protect themselves from the elements. This tradition would continue for other blue-collar workers as the prevalence of flannel grew. The word flannel most likely comes from the Welsh word, ooh, Jesus,
Ooh, Jesus.
Okay.
Comes from
The Welsh word. Oh, Jesus.
Ooh, Jesus.
The Welsh word ghlanen, I'm gonna guess.
Ooh.
Bronnie, is that correct? Confirm.
Wait, what was the second letter?
Gwlanen.
Glennon.
Gwlenan. Gwlenan.
GWL is Gwill.
Gwilalan.
Gwillanen.
Gwilalan. How's it going?
Meaning woolen article. So,
I still stand by washcloth.
yeah, I stand by washcloth.
I don't have as much of a...
I just like, just the visual, just sorry, but just like as an American, the visual of washing myself with like a shirt from Hot Topic, that's like plaid. Like,
So pop punk.
that's how pop punk I am.
Yes.
I only wash myself.
I bathe in pop punk.
Take a BuzzFeed quiz on how pop punk you are. Do you wash yourself with a shirt from Hot Topic?
Yeah. Do you bathe in pop punk?
Underwear versus pants.
So this one is super literal for us.
Yeah, it's under what you wear.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but we also call it underwear.
But I used to call it pants. I think I call it underwear because of America.
Nah, I call it underwear when you're talking like a broad term is underwear, but pants to me are like what guys
old men wear?
like old men wear.
Oh, briefs?
Pants are like Y fronts.
The white
Whitey tighties?
tidy whiteys.
Yeah, those. Yeah.
Wait, I just call them whitey tighties. Tidy whiteys.
I was gonna say, do you call them whitey tidies?
No.
I used to get really confused because I knew that English people said pants, but because you guys in America, you call like kind of jeans and trousers pants.
They're all pants, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know, as a kid when I heard Americans call jeans pants, I'd be like, that's underwear, like that's like pants.
Brits still do that now. Like adult Brits will do that.
They'd be
now.
like, you said it wrong.
Like, you said pants.
It's like, check the passport. I'm from the U.S.
What's funny is that the origin of pants is actually also comedic. So the word pants comes to us from the Anglicization, that's a word,
Ooh,
of
that
the
is.
character's name, pantaloon. The word comes from the name...
pantaloons.
Yes. The word comes from the name of a stock figure in the Commedia dell'arte, a form of Italian comic theater popular throughout Europe from about the 16th to the mid-18th century. So actually, the word pants has like a literal funny origin, but we don't have fun with it anymore. We just say, oh, yeah, underwear.
And then similarly, there's undershirt versus vest.
Yeah, I've never heard of undershirt.
Undershirt. I mean,
Vest.
vest is like, but a vest is like a literal vest. Like what you would call a vest, like a vest top.
It's like a sweater for you, right?
No, because like it's mainly about the fact that it's not got sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, vests are wife beater
But
tops.
we don't
Yeah.
really do undershirts here. Like blokes wear vests underneath shirts.
But what kind of vest are you talking about now? Now I'm confused.
Like a white sleeveless top, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not just the white ones. Like you could call like a striped tank top a vest here.
For a woman or those who would like to wear said kind of tops, like a strappy top, I would call that a vest. But like if you're a bloke or someone who wants to wear an undergarment that has no sleeves on it, that would also be a vest.
Yeah.
It's about the fact it's got no sleeves, basically.
It's just gender neutral.
See, an undershirt, is not exactly what I would call it. I'm not proud of calling it a wife beater, but I just had never heard it called anything else.
Yeah, totally.
Growing up, and never really thought of the word either when I was a kid.
Well, you don't.
No, so you were like, oh, wife beater. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's so colloquial. Like, you don't even hear the words coming out of your mouth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I just didn't realize it was a compound word.
Yeah, exactly. No, why would you when you're like 6 and someone says it to your face for the first time, you know?
Yeah.
You're just like, yeah.
Wife beater. Yep, that's what they called me at 6 years old.
Yes.
And then there's also another one we make really, really fucking obvious, which is you guys call it a trolley, but we call it a shopping cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just like, trolley? What's that? That's a train.
I can see why you call it a shopping cart.
Yeah.
But trolley, it's just a
Or as
trolley.
I heard someone call it once, a basket on wheels. And I was like, oh, God.
Basket on wheels. Where did you hear that?
That's literal.
Someone literally said it to me. Yeah, I don't really know. There's got to be a meaning behind the word trolley.
So,
Oh.
here we go. Trolley, in Suffolk dialect, it means a cart, especially one with wheels flanged for running on a track, probably from troll, which means, in a sense, like to roll.
Ah, to roll, yeah.
So it comes from to roll, troll, trolley.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
I
I
like
can see
that.
it.
I can see that.
To us, a trolley is those like street cars that like in San Francisco on like the wires. That's a trolley to us.
Yes.
Oh, a tram.
See, a tram is something different. I feel like a
Yeah.
tram to me, because we have trams and we have trolleys. A tram is more of like a modern, like made maybe in the last like, I don't know, 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
like a train, but yeah, tram, yeah.
Maybe they're just ushering in the word. They're like, if we've made a trolley within the past couple of years, it's now a tram.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but the trolleys to me like look like, you know, you could stick your head out the side.
Like the ones you see in That's a Raven.
Yeah,
Exactly.
In San Francisco.
They're kind of Victorian looking.
Exactly.
The one that what's-her-face crashes into in Princess Diaries.
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway, that's Badger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love for this version of trolley where I'll just pulling out like TV references.
Yeah, but we're all on board with both. We can handshake over this one.
Yeah.
Handshake.
So one that I didn't put on the list, but that Michael McIntyre has mentioned in his sketch was glasses versus eyeglasses.
Yeah. Do Americans really say eyeglasses?
We say both.
That's so weird.
We more often say glasses.
I've never heard someone say eyeglasses.
If someone said eyeglasses in the UK, they would get ripped to shreds. They'd be like, what? Eyeglasses? It's glasses!
Someone would break their eyeglass.
Yeah.
I understand the need for saying eyeglasses to differentiate them from like
Sunglasses.
beer
or
glasses or like things like that, but it's
When,
also just like,
whenever is the context? When does that cross? Ever?
I'm gonna go pick up some glasses from the shop. Oh, I just bought new glasses.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It makes it more specific.
Usually you have the context for it, but I will just say that I have not heard anyone say eyeglasses.
In the UK, some people kind of like that because you get some people who don't wear glasses all the time but only use them to read will call them reading glasses. They won't just say glasses. It's kind of like, oh yeah, my reading glasses. It's like basically to say, yeah, I'm not actually blind.
No, but reading glasses is something completely different to glasses.
Yeah, but there's still glasses that you put on your face.
No. Reading glasses are completely different to glasses.
Chris used to work in opticians.
Oh, did you?
Optical assistant, so I would know. I did. So that's one of my many.
Ooh, well,
many
give us
jobs
the
that I've
tea.
done.
Yeah, he used to shoot lasers in people's eyes.
I did. That was fun. Tell you one interesting fact that we'll leave after I've just said it. Well, I'm not going to go into it. You can tell if someone has an STI through an eye test
What?
Whoa.
How?
or an STD. I don't know.
Wow,
if that's,
you've got all the
How?
tea.
I know. So if someone, I would be able to tell. It's to do with the pressure of your eyes.
Oh, shit.
So if someone with an STD was just sat in front of you, would you be or do you have to like have a special
No.
tool?
There's a pressure reader machine thing.
It's like their eyes are bulging. I can tell.
Yeah.
When you take someone home, do you press in their eyes to see the
Let me
pressure.
just make sure first.
Just to
Yeah,
tell if
I
they
do.
give you an STI or not.
I've got like a valve and like a PSI reader, and they stick it straight in their eye.
You're just like, hey, I just need to do this real quick test. I just need to see if you're gonna give me gonorrhea.
Let's do this fun thing.
But the problem is that once you've done that, they often just want to leave anyway. So it's a real struggle. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, if you're real suspicious, it's worth doing.
Imagine if someone did that to you, though. Like, you'd be like, what is it about me? What is it about me?
what, you look like you have chlamydia.
You look like a herpes kind of gal.
Moving on. So another one, oh my God. Everyone fucking always ranks on us for this one. They're like, oh, it's a pavement, not a sidewalk.
Do you both feel strongly about this?
I do.
American sidewalks are different to English pavements. It's like, isn't like your sidewalks in America are so big.
It's because Americans are so big.
You take that back.
It's relative.
Big-hearted.
Big boned.
Obviously, you guys have seen American and English pavements, but aren't they different? Do you know what I mean?
Yes and no.
I feel like English pavements, it's very gravelly.
I feel like I know where this comes from, or derives
Go ahead.
from, should I say. I feel like English paving slabs are like
Paving stones.
rock, like old rock paving slabs, and that's why they went paving slabs, pavement. But then Americans went, we don't really, because you don't have, like, you have paving slabs, obviously, but like your paving slabs, from what I've seen, are like big, long bits of concrete
Cement.
block.
Yeah.
You don't have like old
square
cobblestone
little-
paving slabs, which I'm really jealous about because people who skate in America have it so much easier.
Yeah. Unless there are trees, and the trees, then the roots will just like fuck with the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Bulge out.
The thing about the pavement versus sidewalk debate is like they're both really literal. Like you said, like it's paving stones, pavement.
Yeah.
Like it's, and then like we walk on the side. So sidewalk.
But it makes more sense because it's a place on the side where you can walk. But if you call it the pavement, like it's not always pavement.
No, it's not all pavement. It's not.
It's not all pavement. Hashtag not all sidewalks.
Hashtag not all sidewalks.
Ours is literal because it's the material it's made out of. Right?
Like flannel.
Like flannel.
Even though other things are made out of pavement.
But yours is literal because it's like...
Because it's
you
like-
walk on the side, and that's what makes it stupid.
like location
that's what makes it
verb.
stupid. Yeah, literally. It's like, well, we walk on the side, we call it a sidewalk. It's like, that's why it's stupid. Ours is made of pavement, so we call it a pavement.
I love our location verb.
I love our location verbs.
It's awful. It's so.
Tell us how you really feel, Chris.
Like that. I think that is the sole reason that we take the
like
piss
visceral.
out of you.
Oh my God, I can't wait to rip into you for the British ones.
Yeah, I can't wait for the
The
British
end.
one.
No, honestly, I'll probably back a lot of the British ones because I'm here for stuff that makes sense. And sidewalk makes sense, but it's stupid. And that's why it's funny, but it makes sense.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm here for all of these.
Okay. All right, we're good. We're all friends here.
Supposedly.
Play nicely, children.
We started off as friends.
We're all still friends here so far.
Yeah, we're all meant to be friends.
So this last one is rubber versus eraser. To an American, a rubber is a condom.
It's like a slang word for condom.
Yes.
Hey, lad, have you got a rubber?
That's why it's so much funnier.
Imagine in the UK,
Oh, yeah.
just whips out an eraser.
Have you got a rubber?
Tell me you brought a rubber.
God.
It's funny because I feel like most Americans actually don't know this, that you call an eraser a rubber, because I didn't know. And I was speaking with one of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of, which is like American Women in the UK.
Oh, epic.
Shout out American women in the UK.
Yes.
It is epic.
I got a story from one of them called Lisa, and she said that, quote, an old colleague asked me for one in the middle of the day. I quietly asked if she was meeting her boyfriend after work, being fully aware she was married. So like she thought that her friend was like giving her tea. She was like, oh my God, are you meeting after work?
That is,
Yeah,
That's amazing.
that's great.
Imagine asking someone for an eraser and just being accused of adultery. Couldn't be me.
I know.
But that would be the most American thing to happen. Let's be honest. Like
Yeah.
0 to 100 as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah, that's like a thing that would happen on like I Love Lucy. You have like a British neighbor move in and she's like, oh, can I borrow a rubber? And then Lucy's like, oh my gosh. And then, they go over to dinner and
Yeah.
then the whole time Lucy thinks that,
Cheating, yeah.
the wife is cheating on the husband and she's like trying to tell him and make it obvious to him and shenanigans and stuff. I can totally see that happening.
Or like The Office with like Michael Scott.
The idea of misspells a word
Yeah.
and then ends up getting a divorce. All
Yeah.
because...
Yep, that's how it happens.
I wrote the letter wrong.
All the best divorces come from the rubber versus eraser debate.
I would love to know the statistic behind that.
If you had a divorce and it's not from the rubber versus eraser debate, then it's not a good divorce.
Not all
you guys should get
divorces.
remarried and divorce about something else.
So it has two meanings, really. Rubber, because it's made of rubber, and then you rub it, like,
Yeah, you rub the rubber.
yeah.
Whereas ours is just like, we're just erasing our mistakes.
But the thing is that I find funny about eraser.
That's very dramatic,
Is
like,
eraser,
erase
it's so
it.
It's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to erase you out my life. It's so dramatic. I need to erase this word from my paper. Like, that just sounds so dramatic.
Erase that now.
We hate erasure, but we love erasers.
And we also have like, if you write in pen, we have whiteout. What do you call it? Do you call it whiteout?
Tipex. We call it Tipex.
Oh, so you do the brand?
Is that because of the brand that makes it?
Yeah.
I think it's,
the brand.
brands,
Yeah, we just call it whiteout.
That's a bit
That's
sus.
another
That's
literal.
sus.
Do you like how I said it specifically American? I was like, we call it whiteout.
On Thursdays, it's called Whiteout.
Yeah.
On Thursdays, we white out.
That sounds wrong.
It sounds very suspicious.
So we have just come to the end of part 1 of our 2-part season finale, but there is a part 2.
So thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank
you so much for having
It was very
us.
fun. I got very invested. I'm
Love
gonna be
it.
honest. But it was
Absolutely love it.
You're welcome.
So find me at I Am Solo Music on all socials and look up Highs and Lows by Sola, which is my most recent single, to hear some music.
And find me at AJ Marks Official on all social media platforms. You can listen to our other podcast, Main Pod Girl. That is getting a lot of love recently. We love to see it.
I like it.
So if you want to follow our guests, you can find Bronnie at Bronnie Music.
Woo!
And if you want to follow Chris, you can do so at Chris M Drums _. Definitely remember the underscore, because there was one time where I tagged him without the underscore and I just ended up randomly tagging another Chris M drummer. So don't be like me. Don't make the mistakes that I made. You don't want to be looking back at your life like I look back at my life and I go, all the mistakes I've made, like tagging the wrong Chris.
I love that.
Don't make the same mistakes.
So, Chris, would it be cool to go out on a Kid Karma song?
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay, so Chris's solo project is Kid Karma. He has released his debut single, which is called We're Not Friends. You can stream that on all streaming platforms right now.
Yeah, We're Not Friends is definitely about us after this podcast.
Hit it, DJ Megan.
So this is We're Not Friends by Kid Karma.
Been a year since I've seen you. My brightest days are grey, can't afford to reboot. I'm tired, I'm lost, I'm all burnt out. I'm chasing you around. I'm tired of cat and mouse. I'm done with it. I feel like you stole my heart while my world kept turning. What a beautiful mistake. Then you left me all alone, I'm burning. Now all I do is ache to see your face again. You're halfway across the world and that's where it ends. No, we're not friends. On and on inside my head, the words I wish you never